Back when we started in real estate in 2001, we had, at least with the big companies and where we were at, what we would do is we would go out and list a property, and then that company would advertise that property, which is great. But then the leads that would come in, they would go to certain people throughout the company. And then the people that received those leads had to pay sometimes 40, 45% of a lead generation fee to capture that buyer. So we characterize it as a hijacking of our listing, so to speak. Well, fast forward a number of years, a few years, in 2006, I believe it was, Zillow actually came out with their Zestimate and their platform, and this lead generation tool was very, very popular. I don't know anybody that doesn't know Zillow. And then you've got Redfin, you've got Realtor.com, you've got Homes.com, and you have literally thousands of lead generation companies out there that are trying to capture all these leads. Well, we had a situation recently where a buyer was trying to get a hold of us, and I believe they were trying to reach us through Redfin. And so they click on the schedule a showing for a property that we had listed, and we of course didn't hear anything about them. And then my concern is that we get a bad reputation because we're not getting back to those people, and in their mind, they're thinking that they're reaching out to the listing agent. And it just needs to be understood that all those lead generation systems, they're there to make money. And these big fintech companies are in the space to make money. And they basically have a responsibility to their shareholders and the people that obviously they're making a huge return for. They don't care about buyers. I'm convinced about this. And this is a very concerning thing regarding our real estate space and the industry right now, is that there is probably going to be a void that is going to be filled by somebody. That big fintech companies, there's a few of them out there that everybody knows of, are the ones that are going to do everything they can to fill that void. So it's just really important to know that if you're trying to reach somebody, um, maybe do a little bit of work in trying to reach out to the specific person you're trying to reach. Because if you're just clicking on those schedule showing, um, captures, what's going to happen is they're going to go to some agent that's paying thousands of dollars. We have agents in our area that pay tens of thousands of dollars that support Zillow and companies like that to basically capture your lead. So I think it's really important for people to understand that how this business works on the back end. You've got all these big fintech companies that are paying big bucks to try to get into that top level of Google search or whatever search engine you're using to try to capture all these leads. And they're very, very popular. And then you've got agents that are paying their competitors ultimately, which is another interesting concept to me, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to get those leads. If you want to work with somebody that you trust and somebody that you can count on to make sure that you're walking through all the intricacies of the real estate transaction, do everything you can to reach out to that person that you trust and try to find them specifically. Because just going through these lead generation systems, you're bound to get tied up with somebody. And ultimately, that money is really going to these big fintech companies. So, just a word of thought there. Appreciate you. And as always, you can always reach us at brianandnina.com. Thank you.